Well, evidence is growing that Russian hackers targeted computers that run American elections.
That includes an attempt to get at Wisconsin's voter data.
As the I-Team Steve Shamraz has learned, elections officials are working to boost security for 2018.
Yeah, guys, the clock is ticking and security experts are racing to stay a step ahead of foreign hackers because they are convinced those hackers will try again. The state of Wisconsin knows a lot of things about all of us. Information stored on computers that are constantly under attack.
This isn't going to stop. Whatever we saw in the 2016 election, we're going to see more of it in the 2018 election.
David Kajigal is the state's chief information officer, and he was one of the first people to know Russian hackers were after our election. Homeland Security concluded Russian hackers tried to get in this system ahead of last year's vote. Based on what those hackers did in other states, it knows their target was data on voter registration.
You don't want that type of confusion on election day at the polling places, especially on a widespread scale.
Elections Commissioner Mike Haas is now working to prevent that by fortifying the state's elections, a plan that starts with giving 3,000 elections officials across the state a very low-tech piece of advice. What would that one thing be?
Probably protect your passwords.
Simple as that.
Protect your passwords, have strong passwords, change them, don't share them.
First of all, just username and password usually not sufficient.
Alex Holden is an internet security consultant the I-Team has relied on before. From his office in Mequon, he's exposed some of the world's largest data breaches. From a hotel room in London, Holden told us Wisconsin needs more protection than a password. While that sounds easy enough, Mike Haas says it's not. Many of his 3,000 election clerks are volunteers in small towns working off their kitchen tables.
There are some complications. For one, we don't have a cell phone for every municipal clerk or possibly a separate email address.
Alex Holden believes Wisconsin's old school methods could give a foreign power a way in.
Their techniques significantly exceed our current defenses, and they can bypass a lot of safeguards that we have in place.
Though David Kajigal believes his track record and hackers' zero success rate in Wisconsin speaks for itself.
We have not had a breach, knock on wood, that has exfiltrated data.
Now, if you're worried at all about the actual voting machines, Mike Haas says they are almost immune to hacking because they are never connected to the internet. Guys?
A lot to think about there. Thank you, Steve.